onto the next shelf. This is my favorite vegan treat. It's kind of what I eat when I want candy or have a sweet tooth. They're my Majul dates. And these are so good. I'll open it so you guys can see what they look like if you haven't had them before. They're just these really plump and juicy dates. And they taste amazing. They are so sweet, but it's filled with nutrients and vitamins. So it's a good alternative when you want something sweet. You don't want to eat a lot of them, maybe one or two, because they are high calorie, but again, you're getting lots of good nutrients in there. Back there I have some dried fruits that I keep on hand. I really like dried fruits for trail mixes, things like that, or just for snacks. My husband loves dried pineapple. We have golden raisins back there. I love doing Sicilian pasta with golden raisins. They're sweet, but they have a little tartness to them. I really like them in like pasta with capers and tomatoes and olives and fresh parsley. They're so good. Dried cranberries, of course, those are awesome. This is a junk food again, but it's something nice when I want something sweet or a little treat. And it's the vegan version of marshmallow cream, and it's made with, let's see, brown rice syrup, if you can see that there, brown rice syrup, soy protein, natural gums, and natural flavors, and it's certified vegan right there, gluten-free, vegan, and non-dairy. And it is just like marshmallow cream, but vegan. And like when I want a treat, I will do a fluffernutter sandwich, which is peanut butter and that on whole wheat bread, and it's really good. I only do that occasionally because it's still junk food, but it tastes really good. Back there are more craisins, and if you can see this, I like to recycle my old jars and use them for storing things in my pantry, because you can store things vertically that way and it takes up less room in your pantry, which is really nice. Again, more craisins back there. If you can't tell, we love those. Bulgur wheat. I think I have a full jar of that down here, but I put the extra in here. That's good. And I think it's called tableau, or I can't pronounce it. It's a Middle Eastern dish. I really like eating that with lemon, tomato, parsley. We have hulled sunflower seeds back here for when I don't want the shells, depending on what I'm using it for. Got sesame seeds here. I got this at an Indian grocery store. I have like another full jar somewhere too, I think up in my other pantry cupboard. It's so much more affordable to get them in bulk than getting the little 99-cent can. I have breadcrumbs here, and these are panko breadcrumbs. I found a lot of store-bought breadcrumbs have milk and dairy in them, but panko usually don't. I got a backup of my Diva vitamins. I take those sometimes when I feel like I'm not getting enough B12. I usually try to get my B12 through non-dairy milk though. Got more dried pineapple back there. I have corn muffin mix. Again, I try to limit the amount of processed food I have, but I think I took this with us when we went up north on vacation. So I usually try to make mine from scratch though, with cornmeal and applesauce and stuff like that. Got extra oatmeal here, dried rolled oats. This is a good option for those of you who are trying to limit your gluten intake. This works really well in place of breadcrumbs. Again, gluten-free right there. It's just cornflake crumbs, and it gives a nice crispy texture to whatever you're breading. I have organic raisins right there. Another good dried fruit to have on hand. Kraut down here. I have dried chilies. I'm still going to experiment with these. I haven't tried using these yet, but I really want to. I want to get a mortar and pestle and grind this into my own chili, chipotle chili powder. These are just New Mexican Ache chilies, and those keep for a long time. Dried peppers do. I have my seaweed right here. I have kelp, which is kombu. You can put this in, if you're making dried beans from scratch, you can put a strip of this in there, and that will help reduce the amount of gas. I know that sounds gross, but it really does help. And here's my extra dulce flakes. I showed you guys that over there. I use that when I want kind of a fishy flavor to something. It's really healthy alternative to fish, obviously, and it's a cruelty-free version. I have some nuts back there. Those are pecans. I have dried lemongrass right there. I don't really like that stuff very much. I rather have fresh lemongrass, but you use what you got on hand. And this is tamarind. I love tamarind. It's so good when you're making sauces. You just reconstitute it with hot water, and then you strain it to get all the pulp out, and then you get a really nice kind of tangy sauce to that. That's what's used in a lot of steak sauces like A1 and things like that. That's the mystery ingredient they use that tastes really good. Got a backup of tahini. I always have tahini on hand for salad dressing and for veggie burgers, different things like that, but the main thing I use it for is salad dressing. You can also use it for hummus. The vegan essential, definitely. These things are not cheap, as you can see, $4.99, but pine nuts are so good when you dry roast them. They get this really delicious taste. I love adding that to pasta. It really perks up a dish. So yeah, they're kind of expensive. I only use them once in a while, but they're so good. These are my favorite nut ever. Pistachios. I always eat these for snacks. They're so good. And I think out of all the nuts, these are the least saturated in fat. So that's good to know. And again, I have sunflower seeds back there, if you can see that. Sorry the lighting's kind of bad over here, but I do the best I can. And again, look at, I recycle my old jars, my spaghetti sauce jars and things like that, and it really helps save room in your pantry and helps you see your ingredients. I find that my stuff stays fresher too when I keep it in jars as opposed to bags. So I try to transition all of my stuff to jars if I have an extra jar. But this is TVP, and I always keep some of that on hand for tacos and whatever I want, like a more protein source added to. Like I'll add it to spaghetti sauce sometimes for some more protein. I love beans, but sometimes I get sick of them and I like to have an alternative protein source. I have sliced almonds. I always have those on hand for cereal and baked goods. I have sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes back there. Oh, those are always good in pasta. I think this is brown basmati rice, I want to say. I have some black-eyed peas. Couscous back there. Couscous is such a quick cooking meal. It's really good when you're short on time. They cook up really quick. I just cook some in vegetable stock, and it adds a lot of flavor without a lot of fat. My dulce flakes, I showed you guys that. More bulgur wheat. Red lentils are really nice, quick cooking, affordable source of protein. Quinoa as a complete protein as well. It's a little more expensive, but it tastes really good. It's like a rich, nutty kind of flavor. It's very, very healthy for you. Just regular brown lentils. These are a little meatier in texture. I know that sounds weird, but they have more of like a nice kind of chewy texture as opposed to red lentils, which turn into more of a dal or kind of like a sauce. These are really great though. The other jar was flakes. This is the strips. I love doing vegan, they're called DLT, so dulce, lettuce, and tomato. You just kind of dry fry those in a pan. They get crispy. You don't want them to burn, but they get crispy like a bacon would, but they're of course cruelty-free and much healthier for you and without all the fat if you dry fry them, but you just have to watch them so they don't burn. Pantry is really big. It's expanded a lot since my last video. I keep like extra bulk herbs and spices and things down here because I like to order my stuff in bulk if I can, or my more hard to find kind of ingredients I order online. This is maca powder, and I haven't used this that much, but I did use it in a vegan hot dog recipe, and it just gives a really nice kind of umami, kind of smoky flavor to things. It's really healthy for you. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a good source of energy and stamina. Orange peel powder, you could use this in muffins, anything where you want an orange flavor. This stuff is amazing at creating like a gel consistency in things. It's just a really, it's made from seaweed, and it's like a vegan alternative to gelatin and things like that. I like to have it in the powdered form. I have it in the flake form too, but the powder form is more convenient. I have Madras curry powder, my favorite kind of curry powder. Again, look at that. I got a full bag for $2 at the Indian grocery store. It's unheard of how affordable their prices are. So find an Indian or ethnic grocery store and you'll get amazing deals on Indian spices and things like that. Fennel powder adds a nice licoricey taste to things. I really love using that in pasta. Garam masala, an Indian cooking essential, just a mix. It's like a mix and blend of spices, and again, that was only $3.99. I know at my grocery store I get a little tiny bottle for like $3 or $4, so it's a much better deal. And I got a full bag of paprika from that same store. Amchur powder. This stuff is so good. This is mango powder. So if you want a fruity kind of, not really sweet, but like a sour taste to something like your rice, you can add some amchur powder into it. This stuff is really great. And again, $2 at my Indian grocery store. I haven't tried this yet. I really want to. Trying to think. There's a certain vegan cookbook I bought that requires this ingredient for some of them. I think it was the Vegan Table. So I want to try this out at some point and I'll let you know what I think, but it's another thickening kind of agent like the agar-agar powder. A big tub of brown rice right there. We eat a lot of rice, so I always get the large bag and then put it in a Tupperware to keep it fresh and easy to access. I have regular jasmine rice over here. Jasmine is my favorite kind of white rice. My last shelf, I have chickpea powder. That's what this is. I use this to make seitan with. It's a really good source of protein as well. So chickpea powder, and I keep my Vital Wheat gluten in here. This is what I use to make seitan. Again, making your own seitan is much cheaper than buying it in the store and much healthier for you because you can control what goes into it. Tapioca flour. Again, that's good in baking or thickening or making your own puddings. Coriander powder. And then I still have yet to try these. I got this from my Indian grocery store last time I went, and I want to experiment more with different kinds of split peas and things like that. These are split, I think it says Dossi chickpeas. Got the whole bag for $4.50. Such a good deal. These are going to be really good, I can already know. And again, these are the same kind of idea. They're called urad dal. And again, they're split peas, things like you would add to Indian dishes or to rice to give you some protein. And I need to try these at some point. You can sprout your own mung beans, and I got this from the Asian grocery store. I really want to give this a try. It does take a lot of work, but I would love just to give it a try sometime. Making my own would be kind of cool. They're a really good source of protein, and they're used in a ton of Asian recipes. And then I just keep like sweet potatoes over here. I have some shallots. I love shallots and salad dressing. When you want an onion flavor but not a super strong one, shallots are really good. And then I got yellow onions and red onions. So that is my pantry. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, I definitely expanded my pantry since my last video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I may show my other stuff eventually too, but this is my main pantry. I hope you guys liked the video. We'll see you soon.